Welcome to the next episode of the Michigan Dynasty, where today we play Maryland. The Terrapins come in 3-4, 1-3 in the conference. We come in 6-1, 3-1 in the conference. Michigan looks to go into look to go into College Park, Maryland, and destroy the Terrapins. Will we do it? I don't know. Time to find out. I'll see you at halftime. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Dig. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. And the Terrapins will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan's offense will have the first possession of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. Flying down the left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yarder run to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Terrapins offense will have its first possession of the game. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
But this does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays. So him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
Makes a move. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Davey, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. He has 89 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They're getting this guy lathered up. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give on the inside. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the change for a first down.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
They get him on the ground with this running game imposing its will. 6-yard gain down to the 17. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were. And the back knew exactly where he had to get 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Going to take a shot. Brings it down on the right side. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Terrapins! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And you can tell he trusts his big tight end. Air the football way down the field. Treat him like a wide receiver because you know he's going to go up, make the big play, get you in the end zone, score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He makes the connection. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. After that completion, move the sticks. It's first down. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Here on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got the back in the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll try the run. Nice move to pick up yardage. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The run from the shotgun. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the house call coming on the run from the 23. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Set to kick this one away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Off the RPO, complete. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now they'll run it to the right here. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
He's already busted 150 yards on the ground. Couple of big runs, and he might take aim at the Michigan record set by Ron Johnson of a cool 347 on the ground.
Wow, well, that's aggressive, Reese. That's a little ways down the road probably, but that just shows you how well they commit to the run game. Year after year, if you're a Michigan Wolverine, you're going to run the football. So, heck, it's no different when you got this guy in the backfield.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. Third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Completes it in the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Quarterback knew he had man coverage there, and there was no question where he was going with it. Found his matchup on the perimeter, one-on-one, made an accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. He finds his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
1st and 10, they're down to the 25. He's going to pass. He makes the grab. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it, trying to get to it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Reels it into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Jet sweep to the receiver. Still running at the 40. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Kick is short, and he's going to try to make something happen. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Terrapins!
How about the kick 6? What a return. And think about it. You go for the long field goal, do a good job of keeping somebody deep for the return. And here's the hard thing. All those offensive linemen try to protect for field goal. Now they got to go try
At
to make a
halftime,
tackle.
after the kick 6,
What an
the
amazing
score,
return.
Michigan
What a
24, Maryland 21. Hugh Beach, 3 of 5, 42 yards. While rushing-wise, Tandy, 14 for 155. The long of a 62-yard touchdown run. Montgomery, 7 for 44. Long of a 14-yard touchdown run. And Figueroa, 1 31-yard run. And Bannon, 1 24-yard touchdown run. Michigan looks to go. In the second half, it's time to get you back out there for today's game. Thanks for watching. Go Blue.
The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. They're bringing heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. The ball pops out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He wants to throw here on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Deep shot for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Pinned just inside their own 20, they need to convert on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Now on second and short after the first down completion. Quick handoff. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. They're down to the 25 on first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
On the move at the 30. Off he goes. He's at the 40. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Now the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver shows motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Wolverines have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hold and fire complete. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Offense getting set for first down. The give out of the gun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the football.
He wants to pass it on second down. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It's third down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking down the middle. The completion well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! And the comeback is on. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now.
Personal foul.
Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some win. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Takes the handoff. It's Montgomery. At the 40, there he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. Zings it complete to the right. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Maddox. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
They'll need to be very sound here. Limit this return and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Figueroa. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the... Going over the top. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Michigan! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be
Michigan
a game
survives Maryland's upset bid as the Wolverines go into Maryland and defeat them 38-35 thanks to some late game heroics.
Yeah, David,
That
it's all
Michigan
about building
offense.
confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out,
Beach,
work hard in
8 of
practice,
14,
and see that
136, and a
hard work
long
really pay
touchdown.
itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to
62
believe in
yards.
itself.
So
Rushing
that's gonna do
Michigan,
it for us.
passing
For
Tandy
Jesse
at
Palmer,
touchdowns.
Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been
Along of a
another
62-yard run.
presentation of EA Sports College.
Joe Montgomery had a 30-yard touchdown run. Went 10 for 101. Beach, 3 for -15. Westbrook, 1 for 52. And Bannon, 1 for a 24-yard score. Receiving, Tandy, 3 for 40. And then Westbrook, the 162-yard game-winning touchdown. The senior wins it from Michigan today. Holy Toledo. We have an interception at all? We did. We had 1. Look at those stats. 26 of 36, 429 yards, 4 touchdowns for Roger Trahan, and he lost the football. Of course, their other touchdown came on the field goal fiasco at the end of the first half. But you know what? We did it. We won that game in Maryland. which was definitely one of the tougher games I'll ever play against that team. I didn't know Maryland could be that tough, but we'll see where we end up ranking here going into week 9. With Juan Martini committed, the 5-star left guard, commits to the University of Michigan. Lois LaFleur, Defensive Player of the Week in the Big Ten for Michigan. He'll also get National Defensive Player of the Week. And nobody gets Offensive Player of the Week. We move up to the number 5 spot in the nation, going into Northwestern week. The battle for the George Jewett Trophy. Michigan. Ohio State up to the 19th spot in the ranking. But Michigan looks to put their stamp on the season with a win in Columbus, or at home in Ann Arbor, in a couple of weeks. In a few weeks when we play the stupid Buckeyes from Columbus. Michigan. You see our class, Max France joins it. Diamond 95 speed. We need this kid. We need this kid. So, our loss to USC really hurt us from taking the number 1 spot in the nation. We were hoping to go wire to wire in the top 3, but we didn't. But we stay in the top 10, now the top 5. Wisconsin lost again. They're down to 12. Penn State stays at 1. Take a look here. Penn State, the first CFP rankings. Penn State 1, Georgia 2, Mississippi State 3, Oregon number 4, we're number 5, Nebraska's at number 6, LSU 7, Stanford 8, Notre Dame 9, for their win over Navy, Miami 10, NC State 11, and Wisconsin 12, after their loss to Illinois. Oh man. Could the Big Ten have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams in the college football playoff? Take a look at the bracket projection. Right now, we are projected to win the Big Ten. So we will get the 2 seed behind Georgia, ahead of Clemson and TCU. You see it there. Semifinals of the Rose and the Sugar Bowl. Looks like we will be getting, I think, the Sugar Bowl. We get the number 1 seed. I think we get the Rose Bowl in the semifinals. But we'll check in with the playoff bracket every week from here on out until we get to the playoffs. We go back to our recruiting. Michigan. I think we need this athlete, but I really want to see where to play. So we're going to recruit him. Speed. He could be a tight end or receiver. Tony, come to Michigan, please. Please come to Michigan. We need you. Please. Selleck. Would you come to Michigan, please? So, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you did enjoy. We will see you in the next game, which will be Northwestern, the Wildcats. On the road in Northwestern. The last time we were there, we got creamed. Or no. Last time we were in Northwestern, I think we got creamed. Back in season number 3. Or we lost, I know that. But, we'll see what happens this year. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next episode. Go Blue.